We are in Adrian, Michigan on a development site. That's where they put all the nitrogen. That looks like that all year long. Frozen like snowy ice. These are some of the tanks. This is my tanker. I just delivered it. How we looking? How we looking? Yeah. What's the percentage we're trying to get to?
I don't know the calculations. They haven't made out a sheet yet.
Okay.
As soon as we see bubbles through this like this,
That's what, yeah.
I guess probably around 60 or 70.
Okay.
If you have what, about 5,000 gallons?
Yeah, about 66. So yeah, a little bit more. These boys right here ain't no joke. He hooked this air hose up to my adapter there. That's my placard because this is flammable. And what you see on the back there, that lever that's up right there is the internal valve. The wheel there is the external valve. You need those to open, starting with the internal, to start the flow process. And as you see all the hookups, you got the grounder cable there, the black cable. Got my buckets down there to make sure we catch any product. That's all my adapters if I would have needed any of these. Those are the different adapters. Female and male sides is how they address them. These are the tanks. All that area that you saw me at with him earlier is the tank farm, and those are the different tanks that the product go in. That tank that I was looking at the farthest left was the propanol, aka alcohol tank, and that's the product that I was delivering. Give you a first person look there. Here go my man's. He's doing his thing, opening up the valve, because once everything is going, he can open up his valve, open up my valve, and then we take a look around, make sure that everything is good around the tanker, safe, and then we go up on the top here, and we want to make sure that we are, really, pressurizing the tank, making sure there's no crazy pressure to it. Any pressure that needed to be released, we make sure we release it. We make sure that our caps are tight, because if there's enough pressure in that thing, hey, it might even pop a cap. So right now we'll close the air. We open it now to just release any pressure that's there, because he's got his airline down there hooked up, and we're gonna come back down. Don't y'all just like this 007 first person view? Yes, sir. Make it happen, baby. So I wanted you guys to really get a look at the tank farm and the different tanks and all those different valves there that are below there. As the guy told me, none of them are really in order, but if you read each valve, you'll see that each tank runs to said valve. So gotta really know what you're doing to make sure you run the product in the right tank. So we're at the end here, and I'm doing part of my Safe 8, as they call it, taking my Chicago cap off, and to make sure that there's no product bursting all of my eyes. As you can see how that jumped out of there like that, that lets me know that the tanker is completely empty and we can start the unhooking process. And so that's all the product is coming off. I'm taking that it would usually be duct tape. I would duck around there. That's what they have us do, but some companies have those little things like that to keep the seals tight. And so now I'm going and I'm unhooking everything so that I can make sure that we go through the process of detaching our hoses, closing up valves, tightening all areas up where product could leak. And so capping that boy off right there, closing my external valve. So we're going backwards. External valve first at the end, close it up and shut off. Make sure that internal valve is, go back and double check that. That's how we go backwards with the check. But you're always gonna open that internal first, open up that external, close that internal first, close up that external. And so now we're capping off the hoses in case there's any extra product. We don't want that leaking out, because you're gonna see that we have racks on the side. Appreciate you, fella. Appreciate you, bucko, helping me with that. I'm gonna pick that up. As I was saying, we don't want any product leaking. We usually would duct tape those ends too. I did not do that on this one. I just got my hoses together. Man, don't you love that 007 look? Got my hose together, put it in my hose rack on the side of the tanker. And that's how we know that boy is dirty. And that's gonna come in handy when we take it to the Quala to drop this tanker off, because when they receive the tanker to be clean, they're gonna also clean my hoses. Now we're throwing that Chicago cap back on there, going behind ourselves, checking our work. Yes, sir. Bad. Close valve. And we're gonna put our buckets away, because that's gonna get clean too with our hoses. Now we're climbing back up here, because all that pressure we want to relieve. And you're gonna hear that hiss. We want to relieve that pressure. So that was a part of the video, or I don't think I got that on video where I actually went up there and opened that up. So now what I'm doing now is to make the process faster. I'm just going ahead and opening those boys up, and you'll hear that hiss go from being loud to a lower hiss to no hiss. And then I'll do the little rattle right there. That lets me know that this thing ain't gonna pop up in my face, because if it's too much pressure, that lid will pop up. And I've seen it lift up before. So we make sure that all pressure is out before we try to open it, so it don't pop in our face. And as you can see, it's empty. And we close that valve, and we Chicago cap that baby off. Yes, sir. Come on in there, buddy. Come on, bucko. Make sure that baby is clear and empty. And we cap that boy back. And as you can see, that 7,000 on the top of there, that's the capacity in gallons that this particular tanker can hold. Its capacity is 7,000 gallons. And then, of course, there's the pounds, which is always, it varies. But we cap this boy back off, make sure it's all sealed tight. We don't want no thunder clattering while we on the road driving. And we're going to get back down off this ladder. Get down off this tanker. We too high up in the air, baby. Bad. Yes, sir. I got to check what's under us. Ain't nothing under us. We're going to hop on down. Now it's time to get some paperwork sound. I need your Johnny Hancock, baby. So then an assignment is complete once we get all necessary signatures. And once we get all necessary signatures, I can head on up out of here, man. Y'all see the captain's chair there. Y'all see my captain's seat there. Yeah. Welcome to my office. Yeah, welcome to my office. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's cluttered. But hey, we always in order somehow. I'll holler at you, bucko. Till next time, bucko. Gonna pop this left on out here real quick, because your boy feeling kind of hungry, man. Been in there putting in some hours, man. Been in there putting some hours, because on this particular day, because their lunch hour is like 11:30 to 12:30. And my appointment was about 1. So, yeah, they got me on in there, bucko. I appreciate you. Let me on through. Yes, sir. I appreciate you blinking me through. Yes, sir. Because your boy is ready to fill his belly. filled my belly. I need something up in my belly. So now we on our way up out of Adrian and on our way to Trenton, Michigan. So yeah, man, that's you know, that's kind of how it goes, you know, with some of these assignments, man. It's pretty smooth. Usually takes about, you know, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, 2 hours, sometimes even longer. And it's really a blessing to be able to be a part of keeping the infrastructure running. But now we're going through Adrian. I'm headed to one of my favorite spots, a little pizza spot that has some of the best pizza and grinders that you've ever tasted. There you go. You see it? Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Bad. Yes, sir. I ain't want to hurt nobody. I was going to show y'all that I got a slice of pepperoni pizza and a Chicago style grinder, but because I love turkey. But yeah, man, I ain't want to hurt nobody.